You're sitting in a cafe, and suddenly a chilling certainty hits. You've lived this exact moment before. It's déjà vu, a ghost in the machine of your mind. But what if it's just a glitch in your brain's memory system? Let's explore the science. Imagine this. The late afternoon light slants through a cafe window, a barista calls out an order, and a spoon clinks against ceramic. Then, a strange certainty washes over you. You've been here before in this exact moment. This is déjà vu, French for already seen. It's one of the most common yet elusive experiences in human consciousness, affecting 60 to 80% of people at some point. For decades, it was dismissed as a quirk of memory or a paranormal glitch. But modern neuroscience is finally shedding light on this ghost in the machine. Déjà vu isn't a mystical premonition. It's a fascinating window into how our brains construct reality, time, and self. The term déjà vu was coined by French philosopher Émile Boirac in 1876, but the experience has been described for centuries. Ancient Greeks saw it as prophetic vision. 19th-century spiritualists linked it to reincarnation. Even Carl Jung interpreted it as evidence of a collective unconscious. The problem? Déjà vu is spontaneous, unpredictable, and subjective. You can't easily produce it in a lab. For generations, scientific inquiry stalled. But with modern neuroimaging and cognitive psychology, researchers began to crack the code. The shift came when scientists started treating déjà vu not as paranormal, but as a metacognitive error, a mismatch between the brain's feeling of familiarity and the knowledge that a situation is new. The most widely cited explanation is the dual processing theory of memory. This model proposes two neural pathways. One processes familiarity, the other handles specific recollection. Normally, they work in harmony, but a brief delay can occur, like a high-speed internet connection where a data packet arrives late. If the signal from your visual cortex reaches the medial temporal lobe a fraction of a second after the sensory signal, your brain may misinterpret incoming information as a memory rather than current perception. The result? You feel like you've lived this moment before. Dr. Anne Cleary's experiments induced déjà vu in the lab using structurally similar scenes, showing that the brain picks up on subtle cues, triggering false recognition. A closely related idea is the Gestalt familiarity hypothesis. This theory suggests that déjà vu arises when a current scene's overall configuration matches a past experience, even if individual elements differ. Imagine walking into a new cafe. The table arrangement, the angle of light, the espresso machine's sound might mirror a cafe you visited years ago. Your brain recognizes the pattern subconsciously, but your conscious mind can't access the original memory. This is implicit memory at work. Researchers like Alan Brown and Elizabeth Marsh have shown that déjà vu is a form of pattern recognition gone awry, creating a powerful feeling of familiarity without an obvious source. Perhaps the most dramatic evidence comes from clinical neurology. Patients with temporal lobe epilepsy often experience intense, recurrent déjà vu as part of their seizures. In these cases, the sensation isn't fleeting. It can last for minutes, accompanied by a sense of unreality. This suggests that déjà vu may stem from a small electrical disturbance in the brain's temporal lobe, which processes memory and sensory input. When this area misfires, it creates a false signal of familiarity. The neurological glitch theory provides a biological basis for the experience, linking it to measurable brain activity. It's a powerful reminder that our sense of reality is built on fragile neural processes. What makes déjà vu so convincing? The answer lies in the brain's metacognitive system, the part that monitors our own thoughts. When the feeling of familiarity arises without a source, your brain tries to explain it, often generating a false memory. This creates a loop. The more you focus on the sensation, the more real it feels. Studies show that déjà vu is more common in young adults, possibly because their brains are still developing efficient memory networks. It's also linked to stress, fatigue, and travel, situations where the brain is processing new information rapidly. This emotional intensity is what makes déjà vu feel like a glimpse into another timeline. Déjà vu is more than a curious glitch. It's a window into how the brain constructs reality. It reveals that our sense of time and self is not a perfect recording, but an active, interpretive process. The feeling of already seen shows how memory and perception can collide, creating a powerful illusion. Understanding déjà vu helps scientists explore memory disorders like Alzheimer's and epilepsy. It also reminds us that the brain's errors are not failures, they're clues to its inner workings. So next time that eerie certainty washes over you, remember, it's not a supernatural sign, but a fascinating peek behind the curtain of consciousness. Déjà vu is the brain's way of reminding us that reality is a construction. If you found this journey into the mind valuable, explore more of our videos on memory and perception.